Yo, what is up? We are back with El Haloof, and today we are riding with Super Meow, and he's driving the 50 TP Tier 9 heavy tank on the Polish tech tree. Now, if you don't know anything about this tank, or you haven't seen a lot about of this tank in the game, and that's because I don't know why it's not so popular. Maybe a lot of people don't know much about this tank, don't know what its capability is. I'm here to promote it because I find this tank ranking in one of the top 3 best heavy tanks in tier 9, next to the 11114 and the T10. Now, what's special about this tank? Well, it's the only tank in tier 9 with 560 alpha strike. This is 560 damage on a 130mm caliber gun. It has 250 penetration on the standard AP shells, which is what he's going to be running most of this game. And in the APCR shells, you have 303 penetration. Now, if you are top tier like he is right now, you really don't need any of those APCRs. But anyway, Super Meow is on a budget. He doesn't carry a lot of premium APCR shells. Even then, he's also carrying only the small repair kit, the small med kit, and a fire extinguisher instead of running food. Now, with 0.38 dispersion, shots like this aren't going to happen very favorably for him, because those long distance shots and shooting your gun with 900 meters per second velocity isn't exactly going to work out for most people with that kind of shell velocity. With the APCR shells, of course, you have a better chance with 1125 meters per second. This tank also has a 0.38 dispersion, like I mentioned earlier. So even if you are in close distances, close to medium distances, where this tank is going to shine, you do need to fully aim your shots, because you cannot take the risk of missing your shots. It takes 13-14 seconds to reload your gun. Even if you have everything running maximum, you still need 13-14 seconds to reload. So you really want to make sure that your shots land, and this is a perfect kind of map for this tank, because any kind of corridor map where you are top tier and you can be in the front, that's where you want to be. Hit the W key, go to the front, because this tank has got very slow mobility, 35 kilometers an hour top speed and 14 kilometers per hour rear speed. Oh my god, he made a mistake there by focusing his attention. He just looked to the right just for a second, and the T95 saw the chance to rush him, take a shot, and he also ate one from the IS-3. And just like that, 2 shots, and he's lost more than half his HP. Now, he's got to be a lot more cautious from now onwards, because he is the top tier and he needs to be the one doing the frontline damage, absorbing damage, and basically leading the team on to victory. It would be expected of you if you are top tier heavy tank in a map like this, where the corner or the corridor is going to be the utmost important part of the game. Now, this T95 here got a bit greedy and overconfident. He's made a mistake there, and because of that, he got himself tracked, and he's going to take that bit of extra damage for no reason at all. And again, Super Meow was not paying attention, and he ate another shell there from that same very IS-3, but he does exact some revenge there, finishes him off. But unfortunately, he is down to almost 1 shot right now, and he can no longer make any kind of mistake. Although the team is still looking pretty good, 4-0 up, he's got the advantage there. Very lucky to escape from that defender there, who actually was pre-aimed and took a shot at Super Meow, but did not do any damage. That Progetto was making a big mistake. There is no way you can fight these guys here. That Progetto on the enemy team, he should have been hiding behind the wrecks of his dead teammates and try to pre-aim and wait for the shots. this is a super lucky shot from Super Meow. He actually snapshot the cupola or the top of the roof of that defender. He snapshot that. It seldom happens. You seldom pull those off, and sometimes it happens, but not often. Don't count on it. And that's what you need to expect about this tank. And that Scorpion, that was a mistake. He should have been paying attention to the movement of the 50 TP before he decides to poke in a situation like that. There's no way you can win in a situation like that. What he needed to do was go dark and then hide behind those wrecks, pre-aim and wait for the 50 TP to show up, snapshot and pull back before that 50 TP could pull the trigger. That would have been the right way to engage the 50 TP. The way he poked out like that when he was lit basically cost him a lot of HP, and he's going to die because of that. And even with all these HP shells, he has managed to pull over 6,000 damage right now. Is it 4,000? 4,000 damage. Finishes off that Scorpion. That defender is watching him. Now he's in a tough situation here. He is actually a one-shot. He's got to watch in front of him. There is a pattern. There is a Scorpion here looking at him, but that Scorpion wasn't sharp enough. He wasn't looking at the movement of the 50 TP, and he's paying the price for it. Oh, and he eats a 245 damage from the Sky Cancer, and he should have aimed this one a little bit better because he wasn't fully aimed when he pulled that trigger, and he shot the dirt, obviously. And now he's got the attention of the pattern. He can't go there anymore. Now if he had a little bit more HP, he could have been side scraping off the wreck of that IS-3 over there, and he would have saved him a lot of time instead of going down and climbing up. That 1114 was 5 feet away, and he couldn't hit the lower plate. That lower plate was like so big right in front of his face, and he couldn't hit it. And that's what I mean when I say you need to aim your shots a little bit better in this tank, just because of that dispersion values that is not very favorable to the 50 TP. Maybe there are some other hidden stats that are in play here, but I think he wasted 2 shots there. He could have gotten another 1,000, easily another 1,000 damage from that pattern and from that 1114 if he had aimed those shots slightly better. But nevertheless, he is in a safe position right now. They're not going to push over at him because Super Meow has got teammates that are overwatching this ridge. There's no way they can push over to try and kill him, so he's relatively safe from damage. But unfortunately, because he does not have much HP left, he gave up too much HP. He couldn't be closer. He couldn't use that wreck, that IS-3 wreck, to be closer and get a few more shots, a few more extra shots. But nevertheless, this is a 7k damage game, a really good game for him, and he has bounced over 2.4k with his armor. Being top tier does have its perks. You need to be aggressive. You don't have any time or mobility to flex around the map. Pick a position, pick a corridor, be the tip of the arrow, and lead your team to victory. This is an ace tanker, high caliber top gun game for Super Meow. Over 7,000 damage and over 1,000 XP there for him. Very profitable because he was using no APCR shells, and he's got some boosters on as well, so that was almost a 100,000 credit earning there. So if you don't know about this tank, make sure you are grinding this tank because you need this tank. This tank is where it's at. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.